Hello, we're going to discuss the California Channel Islands terrestrial ecosystem, and this is Alice, Anya, and Kathy. First, we're going to talk about the basic background of the ecosystem. California Channel Islands are only located in California. For the California Channel Islands, there are 8 major islands off the coast of Southern California, and they are natural areas known for windswept landscapes. These 8 islands have been divided into 2 major groups: the Northern Channel Islands of San Miguel, Santa Rosa, Santa Cruz, and Anacapa, and the Southern Channel Islands of Santa Barbara, San Nicolas, Santa Catalina, and San Clemente. The Southern Channel Islands are more scattered geographically and are more isolated from each other than the Northern Channel Islands. Going to the abiotic and biotic conditions, the islands have Mediterranean climate, which is affected by the near ocean and has mild temperatures with little fluctuation during the year. The mean annual temperature range is only about 5 Celsius and is mostly frost-free. Also, the mean annual precipitation ranges from 27 to 50 centimeters. Due to the moist ocean air, there are generally high humidity and frequent fog. The wind blows from the west or northwest most of the year, and the maximum elevations vary between 190 to 750 meters. As a shrub-dominated ecosystem, there are several insular endemic plants, especially shrubs. Southern islands have large areas of xeric scrub, while northern islands have large areas of woodland and closed grassland. Not many herbivores are found these days, but there are still mule deer and bison in some islands.
Here are just a few representative species of our ecosystem. Land mollusks are snails that are often overlooked by experts, despite 75% of the native terrestrial land snails and slugs being endemic to the islands. Strongly dependent on temperature and moisture, these warmth-adapted species are found to be heavily associated with deciduous tree taxa that provide them a perfect habitat. Island scrub jay shows divergence of bill morphologies across different habitats, primarily oak and pine. They would either have shorter and deeper bills or longer and shallow bills, depending on their primary food source, showing adaptation to environmental differences. Lastly, island foxes have undergone dietary adaptations in response to variability in climates and habitats that change the primary consumers they eat. It is also hypothesized that people providing specific food resources to foxes could have changed their diets as well.
Endemism is when a species is local to a specific geographical area. Endemism can occur if a species is incapable of surviving outside the observed region, or if a species did not continue interbreeding, causing them to evolve divergently. The Channel Islands are home to over 150 endemic species, including the land mollusk, island scrub jay, and island fox seen in the earlier slide. 2 additional endemic species are the deer mice and Santa Cruz Island buckwheat. The Santa Cruz Island buckwheat is native to the 4 northernmost islands, Anacapa, Santa Cruz, San Miguel, and Santa Rosa, while the deer mouse is endemic to all 8 of the Channel Islands. But much like Darwin's finches, they vary slightly on each island, and each island has its own subspecies. Both the deer mice and the buckwheat are widely distributed, as well as tolerant of a wide range of environmental fluctuations. However, due to the introduction of invasive species on the island, these species have been harmed in recent years. Invasive species are any species that are not native to a certain region and whose presence harms the organisms that are already in the region. The black rats were harmful to plants and animals on the islands, in particular the endemic deer mice. Black rats were introduced from Southeast Asia to some of the Channel Islands via a series of shipwrecks in the early 19th century and competed with deer mice for resources such as food and shelter. The black rats also transmitted parasites to the deer mice population on the islands they were present in. Efforts to eradicate the invasive rat population from the Anacapa Island in 2009 were successful. The presence of non-native feral pigs have been tremendously harmful to the shrubbery, such as the Santa Cruz buckwheat, as well as some animals, including the island fox. These pigs were brought to the island in the 19th century as domestic farm animals, but now uproot vegetation and have even damaged archaeological sites belonging to the Native American tribe who previously inhabited the Santa Cruz Island. Eradication and restoration efforts are currently underway on this island and have been successful in recovering the San Miguel Island from a similar situation of invasive sheep populations.
So why is this ecosystem important for California? The diversity of island species is reflected by the time of isolation and diversity of habitats. The large elevation changes, island size, complex geological features results to have great diversity of habitats. Unusual specializations cause the plants to evolve and fit in their island environment. The steep and rocky landform, north-facing slopes, ponds, warm and cool currents, and the open space in this ecosystem supports the uniquely insular plants. Removing the non-native animals like sheep, cattle, deer, pigs, and rabbits, many native vegetation recovered, having dominated by the exotic grasslands with native grasses and shrubs.
Just like any other ecosystem suffering from the consequences of human development, conservation of our ecosystem has become a serious concern. Out of many, global climate change is currently one of the greatest threats posed to our ecosystem. Along with rapid environmental transformation, drought has become very severe, followed by habitat losses and extinction of species, especially the sensitive endemic species like land mollusks. In addition, the drought and hot climate have made our ecosystem hospitable for diseases, specifically wild Nile virus that is now a primary threat to many birds, especially the island scrub jays. So why care about California Channel Islands and the threats they're facing? As the oldest known human remains in North America, the islands are the gateway to the past and holds approximately 12,000 years of human history. Its shores are where the European settlers landed and consist the life of native Chumash, the native inhabiting people, for thousands of years. Our ecosystem is a living proof of the U.S. history, as well as home to beautiful creatures that are unfortunately in need of greater care and attention.
Why should the Channel Islands be California's state ecosystem? There are many great options of ecosystems that can represent California, but we strongly feel that the Channel Islands is the best. Not only is it full of unique endemic species that can't be found anywhere else in the world, but it is also highly symbolic of California itself. The people of California have been working tirelessly over the last years to restore and recover the islands, acknowledging the environmental, cultural, and historical significance. And so should you. Vote for the Channel Islands.